what we've done. Choking our world, loading the gun. Some minds are free. Greed is a prison, so hard to see. How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? Oh, look at what we've done. Oh, look at what we've done. Nothing left to give. Bracking the earth, the place where we live. Water we can't drink. Chemical spills, rivers that stink. How many care?
If it wasn't on a grand scheme, you'd think to yourself, oh, what do we got that to worry about? We got to worry about tomorrow, the next day. We got to worry about 4 months from now.
How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? Oh, look at what we've done.
I'm late. That's what it is. That's what the freaking problem is. John's running a few minutes late. Anytime I do that, I get my shit all bundled up. And how do I do that? I do it like that. How in the hell y'all doing? It is Tuesday, baby. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. Oh, shit. Something happened this soon, right? Oh, part of my thing went away. I know Bernadette wasn't the first one in the room. Welcome, Bernadette Bree. Oh, it's doing it again, you sorry dog, you. I'm having... Anyway. Trudy Bachner's in the room. Bart Larson, Carol DeBurse, Susan Forsefi, Irene Lambert, Jeff Curry's here. This screen is messing with me. Marcia, Jeff Curry. Oh, man, come here. I have a freaking... Where's my goddamn freaking thing? What was I saying? John D's in the room. Jeff Curry, Jake Sellers, Bart Larson. She-Wolf was in here. Lisa Ryder. See, it works. Goddamn, just got to talk its freaking language. Anyway, Penny Hartleman, thank you for being here. Miss you, chick. Always a pleasure to see you, baby. Always. Hi, Jeff. It's Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dink. I'm going to jump on down here. Get this down here at the bottom. And it's not going to do that, is it? Anyway, I think it's pretty reflective. I find it almost comical that my troubles right here reflect my freaking day. All right, I probably shouldn't. I'm kind of agitated. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I'm a lot of shit. And probably a lot of y'all probably would have said, well, John, just don't do a show. I remind you how important this family is to me. This is where I vent. This is where I work it out. My day has been shit, interrupted by several rays of sunshine that popped in. But it right before, I'm trying to hit my head in the news anyway. I see a couple of news stories. What do I see? That something about Donnie's over there posting on his True Social bullshit, or reposting somebody else's bullshit. I don't know. That says they want to see televised military tribunals against Liz Cheney and Barack Obama and Mike Pence and a whole freaking list of people. And I see a headline where they're debating trying to replace Joe. I start getting freaking worried about our side. You know, there's a story today, really brought it home too. I remembered it after I read it, vaguely, because it was at the beginning of what I believe to be my political memory, which started under Nixon. The story was talking about how Lyndon Baines Johnson, and I think we all remember that speech where he came in there, I will not accept or pursue the nomination for my party, and he dropped out right before a freaking election. And what did we do? We put up the number 2 guy, popular guy at the time, McCarthy, up against Nixon. And we don't have to tell the rest of that story. I'm concerned about my party. I'm concerned about my country. I'm concerned about my house, my home, my wife. I feel like I've got just everything piled on. And every one of them mean so much to me. We're doing the best we can here at home. Mama's in good shape. Y'all don't worry about her. She's fine right now. And I feel myself turning into an angry, pissed off old man, and I don't like that. I like to be motivated to do something. I want to be active. I want to be a participant. And right now, the only way I have to do that is this right here, that camera, you. While y'all are watching, we have a pretty good amount of people watching right now. This is my. Anyway. So we can get this stove started. You know something? Let me get in my 2 co-hosts because this is going to take a minute, and I'm going to have fun with it. And I want somebody around me getting a chuckle. Anyway, let me see if I can get Bernadette and Missy Chick up here. Bernadette, how are you?
I'm doing good, John. Better than you.
Yeah, I'd say about
Am I pissed?
99% of y'all are doing better than me.
But
I'm
you know
pissed.
what?
I'm pissed. I'm wrapped up in knots.
Well,
Anyway.
we have to learn how to take a deep breath and breathe.
We do.
because
Stress relief.
as
It's
far
all
as
about
I'm
stress relief.
concerned,
Put a smile on your
Yes,
face and
it
give
is.
that shit away. Anyway,
Sometimes you just have to do something called keep it simple, stupid. Kiss.
Yep,
It's
just kiss. I kiss her every
just
time I
kiss.
go out there. I kiss her
Keep
every
it
time.
simple, stupid. Work on what's
Hey.
right in front of you, not the whole
Speaking
world.
about stupid, I'm just pointing it out. I'm wearing my stupid shirt tonight.
Yep.
Anyway, Miss Chick, you're good?
I'm good.
Okay, let's get into the happy part.
Okay.
I got mail.
Oh,
And,
yay!
Yes, I got mail. It seemed to all come.
Look at-
And
look at what y'all
and
did.
that was the ray of sunshine we needed in our house. Oh, where do I start? Well, let's start because I don't know. I don't want to get too personal. This is Marcia's mail. These are cards to Marcia. One from Linda Gallup and the other one from our own Bonita Townsend. I almost said Bernadette.
Bonita.
I almost said Bernadette. I don't know. My mind's drifting away. And they were both wonderful cards sent to her with beautiful writings that are personal and stuff. And I want to thank Linda Gallup, who also added a nice little one of those gift cards. She can go online and buy herself something, put it in there. So we appreciate that tremendously, and just it made her smile. It made her smile. She still doesn't know why y'all even pay attention to her. And I told her, I said, because she is the love of my life, my political advisor for over 48 years, and she is the inspiration for this whole shit. She can't get in front of the camera. She ain't gonna say nothing. She says it to me, and then I say it to you. Anyway, are you shitting me? I also got mail from our own John and Caroline Majesco. John is a very good writer. And now I haven't read this yet because I'm after tonight's show, I know where this is going. Because there's a sign inside there that says, stories best read while on the toilet. So, there you go.
Oh, okay.
My trips to the toilet lately have been very quick. Get out of here and let's go. I haven't sat down and read a single one yet. I'm looking forward to that. It's one of the things that is really need to calm my mind. John is an excellent writer. And they included a donation not only to me, but to my son Tyler, and I appreciate that tremendously.
Lovely.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, there's more. Now I got mail from our own Pauline Hall. Pauline is one of our Blue Dots. Y'all know her most for that 150 some odd pounds of cat food that shows up at my house every month from Pauline and her mother. That help feed the masses out here. and that's been going on for a long, long time, and she knows that with the situation that we're all in here at the house, and she sent some things that, oh Lord have mercy. How do I explain this stuff? Okay, it's a salve. It's a salve, and you rub it on your body parts that hurt. In my case, my shoulder and my back, and it works. And she sent several different kinds, medicinal products that you can rub on and make things feel better. And Pauline, baby, the shit works. The shit works. I got it all over my back right now, and I can feel it relaxing a whole lot. So thank Pauline very much. And then I got a package from Shaking Me Bones. And Shaking Me Bones included just what I needed. Medicinal purposes only, mind you.
Okay.
She sent me a happy pill. See? Huh? Freaking happy pill right there. So whenever I get pissed off or anything, all I'd have to do is grab a happy pill there. All right, that's enough. Don't push your luck. Thank you. Anyway. Huh?
My mom was a respiratory therapist, and she used to teach classes for respiratory therapy. And she had something like that just laughed in her classroom. And I would go in occasionally and help with the algebraic functions of the formulas that needed to be helped with. Because I was good at that.
It's outstanding. I loved it.
And I tell you, every time I was up at the chalkboard teaching algebra to grown-ass people, dog, I will pull that thing out and make it start laughing and just disrupt the whole damn class.
There you go.
And it was fun.
It was fun. She said a couple of fun things.
Right on.
There's somebody down there in the audience. I don't want him to run away, and we're going to get to him just in a minute, and I hope you know who you are. And anyway, I'll be right there. Let me get through this. That's not all she sent. She sent this for Marcia, and it's beautiful. And it's got some writings on the back of it from Shaking Me Bones. And it's peace and love, baby, which is what Shaking Me Bones is all about. Boy, howdy shit, Blue Dot family, I love you. She loves this family. Oh yeah. She sent some cat videos too. Because I mentioned we watch cat videos and dog videos and stuff like that. And then she sent me, I'm going to get a kick out of this. Now, some of you may not know Lewis Black. Some of you probably might hate Lewis Black. Yeah. Do you hate him?
I love Lewis Black. No, I love him. I went to see him live. It was great.
Me too. Well, there he is in a bobblehead. That's Lewis Black.
And he's pointing those fingers.
Yes, he is. And you know what he was saying?
Are you fucking shitting me?
Huh? Are you fucking shitting me? That's what he says. He says other things too. I just lined it up because I knew that was going to be the next one coming. See there, this is going to come in handy.
Nobody gives a shit.
See? I'm going to keep him right here.
Holy fuck!
See? Those little sound effects might come in handy. Anyway, she sent a whole what she calls a box of love, and it was full of a box of love. And Shaken, I love you so much. And Pauline, thank you so much for what you sent. John and Carolyn, they know where my heart lies. I love them dearly. And I want to thank everybody that's reached out to us during this time. And mushy shit, let's get this shit started. Are you ready? Oh shit, no, wait, time out. Gotta catch up. Let me catch up because at the end of the last show, Larry R. came in with a $5 donation right after I hit the bye-bye button. So Larry, if you're out there, buddy, we appreciate that. And just a little while ago, Mary Humphreys came in with a $10 donation. Thank you, Mary. Richard came in with a $5 donation and said, with this SCOTUS ruling and Project 2025, I'm concerned about having to wear a yellow star in public. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't think
there's one way to stop.
I think we all ought to stop and listen. Yes, there is. What way is that, Bernadette?
To vote.
That's it, baby.
And to take somebody to the polls with you. Because, see, if you didn't take notice yesterday as to what happened yesterday, it truly is up to the people of the United States to make
It is.
sure that Buck
It is.
Trump does not get his ass nowhere near
Nowhere near
the
that
White
White
House
House again.
ever
Ever.
again.
Ever
It's
again.
up to us, y'all. Been saying it for months. Check your registration. I'll say it again. Check your registration. Make sure you got all Joe papers so you can go to the
Yeah.
polls and cast your vote
Make
because
sure
it
you
is
have
the
the
most
papers.
important vote that you're going
Because they're
to
going to ask
do
you for the papers, and you
in
better
your
have them.
lifetime. Yes, that's
Anyway.
right. Arizona has found a way to disqualify another 30,000 people if they
Mm.
don't. If they have to be legal citizens and show their papers at the polls, and they cannot vote by mail. So if you plan on,
Yeah.
if you need papers and you want to vote by mail, just
Don't
take your
bank on
ass
you
to the
getting
polls.
there and everything's going to be hunky
Go to
dory.
the
Make sure
polls.
it's hunky dory
Go to
I
the
got
before you
polls.
one
go.
more.
The only
I got
poll that
one more
matters is
challenge.
November 5th.
There you go.
I
You
got
got.
one more challenge for all of you too.
Go
Because
ahead,
Yes.
Miss Chick.
right now there are 4 million potential voters turning 18.
Yes.
You've
Oh,
got kids,
pray tell.
grandkids, nephews, nieces. Encourage them to get registered.
Yes.
Colorado currently has one of the higher
Let's
registration
face it. Most of us old have
percentages.
grandkids growing that age.
Right. Colorado has one of the higher percentages of the 18-year-olds registering, and that's at 69%. Michigan's at 63%, but most of the states are more around 20%. So encourage
We need more
those
than that.
youngsters to register. Get out
Indeed.
there and talk to them.
It's all about getting people involved and realizing the situation that we're in. And a lot of that I try to do at the beginning of this show. At the beginning of every show, I play music by a gentleman. His name is John Lawrence. I love his sound. Now, mind you, everything you hear, that's John by himself in a studio. And but it's the words of the songs that he sings that grabs my heart. The one you just heard, "Look at What We've Done," and I played that, I guess, mainly for myself because I just got done watching a whole big thing about it. It's a big hurricane that's setting records down there in the Caribbean, and it's headed my way. I don't like that shit. And they were talking about this is the biggest, strongest hurricane this early in the season in history. And the waters down there in the Atlantic and in the Caribbean are hotter than ever, and that is climate change. And what are we in for? What have we done? And that's probably why I picked that one. But my favorite is American Dream. This is my piece of land. Anyway, I think extremely highly of him, and I'm proud to call him a friend. Anyway, John, I'm tired of kissing your ass. How in the hell are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Good.
And I've been listening to all the gloom and doom and everything, and my heart's with everybody because it's hard
Yeah.
not to get despondent, especially when you listen to the freaking news people and all that shit that's going on. And I don't have anything to do being retired, so I listen to a lot of shit.
That's what I do.
So.
You know.
So it's and it's hard to take a break because you don't want to zig when you should have zagged. If you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
You want to be on top of the situation. You want to know what's going on.
But it gets damn depressing. I mean, at times for me.
It does right now. If you go turn on the news right now, you're hearing about their Democratic congressman and senator or congressman I know. Just verbally coming out, they want Joe Biden to step down. That there's a divide growing within our party, and again, that relates to that story I just said about 1968 when we got Nixon.
Don,
Yes, dear.
his name is Congressman Lloyd Doggett. He's from Austin, Texas. He wants Biden to step down. And here's what I got to say to Lord.
What would you have to say to him?
Doggett. Shut the fuck up.
Would you tell him to please shut the fuck up? This is not your decision to make. This is Joe Biden's decision to make. And if Joe Biden, what was that? I don't know. Whoever said that they put Joe Biden's head in a jar, I'd vote for him. You look at the alternative we're looking at. So, yeah.
The deal of it is, man, is that, we need to look at the administration. Joe Biden's just like a guy who works in an administration. He is the head of it, right?
Right.
He's got the youngest, most diverse, incredibly talented administration in the history of this country, as far as I'm concerned. They've gotten more done in the last 3 years than anyone has ever gotten done, including Barack Obama, including almost FDR, I would say.
Almost?
He's the most... Yes. He's been the most successful president since FDR.
Yeah, I can't list everything of FDR. I just don't remember that far back.
Yeah,
but,
well, me neither, but I read. That's the only memory.
Can I make
it needs to be driven home to everybody, especially these young people, what they're witnessing. They're witnessing one of the best presidents we've ever had, and they should understand that. And administrations. Everybody can't just go Joe Biden. The Biden administration.
It is. It's the team. Yeah, and you're right. It's not like. Go ahead.
Statement?
Go ahead.
First of all, I want the audience to know, because John didn't do this, that you are listening to the John Lawrence.
Yes.
In the house.
I'm sorry.
With us
did I not do that?
Playing his.
No, you did not do that.
This is the gentleman that we listen to his music every show. Opening of the show. And so I just wanted the audience to know that. The second thing I want the audience to just think about this, and I heard this from General Honore. General Honore was chosen to go into New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina.
Indeed, I remember.
Okay, so we all remember General Honore and how he took presidents down there and made shit happen. And he said today, being a general in the army, he said the Republican Party is willing to elect a convicted felon into the White House. Now, the services, the United States services, do not take convicted felons, and they want to make him commander-in-chief. Y'all just think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that, okay?
Put it under your
We can't
hat.
let that happen. We can't let that happen.
Let's take a lot of thought at that, too, because right now we know he's fixing to go to the Supreme Court or go to the courts and have that conviction overturned because of the recent SCOTUS decision that he has immunity. And he wants the conviction overturned. He wants those felony convictions removed. Do we have a court that would do that?
That's what he wants, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
We do in the Supreme Court. Yeah,
we do in the court. Yeah.
Gave us the answer to that shit yesterday.
I can't say. The sentencing on that I was expecting on July 11th for his remind me which trial. Shit. When he's already
in New York.
Is that that's the
New York fraud trial. The New York
the fraud
hush money trial.
Hush money trial where he making the pokey with the you know who, and now he's saying never did. Anyway, what was
he's supposed to get sentenced by the judge. The whatever the judge's name was, I can't remember, but he's supposed to go in on the 11th and get sentenced.
Yes, thank you. For President Obama, for his own Vice President Mike Pence, the guy should have been hanged out there. That's what he says. It's to drive this shit off a cliff for the glory of him, and we can't let that happen. I'm a little.
By the way, we're buffering.
There's been a concerted effort.
That's just what I need. This is the way my whole day has gone.
It's back.
My whole day.
It's back, John.
Yeah, it's a little tense up today.
Yeah, he managed to get the sentencing moved to September 18th. we will not have adjudication on this,
Yeah, till
prior
September.
to the 11th. Yeah,
They're
till
putting it
September
off till
18th.
at least September.
So
You know,
he has managed to delay. Y'all, it never really was up to the courts to do
Yeah.
this. It's up to we the people. We have got to take our responsibility. See, because we the
as
people
citizens.
elected this idiot into the White House in the first place.
We can't
And
get away
he
from
broke
that
our
part.
system. No, we can't.
No, the
And
first
we
time
have
he
to
was in,
take
he learned the
responsible for
system.
that.
Now he's back to play the system. He
Oh,
knows what
oh,
power,
now
and with
he
the
knows
Supreme
he
Court,
knows the system now. He
he
knows the
knows what
system
he
now.
knows. He
And
has a Supreme
yesterday
Court behind him that he could do anything he wants.
they gave him what he wanted. They gave him what he wanted. Not just delay, but they gave him immunity. They want look. As far as I'm concerned, the illegitimate Supreme Court of the United States of America is scandalous. They too should be sent to jail. Some of their wives should be sent to jail. We need to get back on the postcard campaign. Hit them big time when they come back in October.
You know what we need?
We've got to get more proactive and stop
We need
bitching and
everybody to
whining
use their
and do
voice to
something.
the degree that you are comfortable with. Write a letter. Where's my button? Do two for blue. That come up. Do two for
Do
write a letter.
something.
Sign a petition. Call your congressman. Make a donation. Travis told me something about a donation. Oh, look, I think it was it that? I don't know what it was. Oh, shit. Anyway, make a donation to every one of these candidates. Joe Biden especially. We need to stand together. That's what it was. Sherrod Brown. He said, I think I put a new one up for Sherrod Brown. Yeah. Fighting for Ohio. Because it's not only about the presidents, babe. It's about the
No,
House
it's
and the
not.
Senate. It's about everybody. So we need to be active. You know,
Jared Brown, John Tester,
Yeah.
Tammy Baldwin, in Nevada. I can't remember what her name is right now.
Oh, her
but
name, Jackie.
Arizona.
Jackie
Jackie Rosen.
Jackie Rosen.
Rosen.
There you go.
Gallegos
Gallego.
in Arizona.
In Arizona.
Yes, we need
Yeah.
to send these
Please.
people back to the House because they have their core crazies.
We
They
can
got
see
their
this is a
Tubervilles.
battle
They
for
got
the
their
essence of this
Sporkfoot.
country. If Democrats can't pull
Lauren
this election
Boebert.
out, there will not be a democracy
Lauren
anymore.
Boebert switched districts and got the bid for the 4th
Yes,
district in
Bobart.
Colorado.
Hand job, Bobart. God, gonna get reelected. Aussie Dave, have you
Oh,
ever had the
God.
pleasure of meeting John Lawrence? John? This
No,
is
I haven't.
the
But
infamous
how are
Aussie
you,
Dave.
John? I am very-
well, thank you.
I am very impressed with your music. Being a musician myself and a sound engineer, I find your music some of the best words, some of the best lyrics.
Best lines.
They
yeah.
are. They're not just. The song has meaning. A lot of songs these days just they rhyme and chime to make a groove or a rhythm that's catchy, that tags people, and that's what I do. But not much thought is put into lyrics these days, and I appreciate the work that you do, and that's lovely. That's. I only wish you were probably half your age. You'd probably be a rock star.
Well,
you
I
know.
tried. But for every rock star, there's 100,000 dudes like me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I mean, John, you're
it's
some of
not too
your
bad.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
is-
but you know what, John? You know what? They all ain't getting played on this channel on YouTube.
That's right. They didn't make it here,
Some
John.
of your
I
songs,
learned
John,
my
are
ways.
good enough. Your songs are good enough to be offered up to professional artists. I mean, I don't know if you've sent your album to professional artists at the moment, but some of those songs could be picked up by
I have
a big
I
name.
have the business acumen of my last dog that I had. I just don't give a shit. Throw me a bone, and I'm running around looking for cats to fuck with. I mean, really, I do not. I have no. The couple of times that I have tried to deal with people, I lived I went to Hollywood. I lived in LA for 2 or 3 years. I couldn't wait to get out of that fucking place. It was like a nightmare for me.
It is.
But then I was
It is a.
downtown
It is a
country,
cat
man.
fight. It
All
is a
right,
big
hold it
struggle
right
to
there
get
at the
ahead.
cat fight and the nightmare, because I got to send out a couple of thank yous. One to Carol DeBurs, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Cheer up, everyone. Bannon is in the jailhouse." Well, see what I mean
Yay!
about put a smile on your face and share it? She just did. That does, because every time I think of him being in prison, yeah, I freaking love it. And Steve Resnick came in with a $20 donation. Steve, thank you very much. Now, where were we? Oh, yeah,
I would
scumbag.
like to bring out a few points here that I had an opportunity to bring up with the family since this corrupt, illegitimate Supreme Court has made its decision and come out the closet and said, well, world, we are fascists, and cop it, you know. But I want to note that they gave him immunity for official presidential acts while he was president. Well,
Right.
you know, while he paying off a porn star is not official presidential act, and he
Oh.
wasn't president at that
But he
stage.
wasn't
That was
charged
before he was president.
Oh, but
That's-
he's
that's
going to
it.
say that he wrote the checks. He was president. He's also going to say that any conversation that he had with his little Miss Pris, whatever the fuck her name was,
Well, what this
you know,
does
Okay.
is sends it
his
back
right-
down to the
his-
lower
his
court.
fourth
So
leg.
Which you said it would happen.
is going to get it. Now, here's what the deal is.
No,
She is going to be
he's gonna
charged.
try to get that testimony thrown out, John.
The
Oh,
question,
it's his testimony.
all
And
of it
thus
hinges.
provoke a new trial. That's what he's
The
trying to
discussion
do.
is going to be in front of Judge Cutchin is what is official act and what is not an official act. And that can be screwed a lot of different ways. All right? Any
No, no,
conversations
no.
he had with anybody.
Wait a second, but
Go
Ozzy
ahead.
Dave was talking about the trial in New York, the hush money trial. He's gone to Mershon. That's why the delay in the sentencing in that trial. To
That's
go to
correct.
Mershon and tell him that Hope Hicks's whole testimony, it was should
See, or it was other people involved in that, inciting a riot, attack on the Capitol, stealing, obstruction with the documents, sexual assault, fraud, cheating, the tax department and the banks, and fraudulent
saying
record.
any-
You've
business
just
records.
described the Republican candidate for office. In that whole ball of wax. Everything you just said is him. So why does he garnish any
It-
support
it's-
from this country?
No. Here's
No, no.
the reason why Ozzy's question is important. Because the Supreme Court said that whatever the acts were that he committed as president, while being president, should be immune. And that there is no motive needed, nor no testimony need to be given as to why it should be immune. Okay? That means that while he was in the White House, which he was there until January 20th at noon, 11:59 was his last stroke, last minute in the White House. Anything he did prior to that, he's going to claim immunity for. And all of the planning and the planning with the Justice Department and all the rest of that are considered, kingly acts by, the supreme beings of the land.
There was, some of these acts he done while he was not actually president, especially the sexual assault charges and the cheating in the documents.
And he'll try to get them thrown out, but they're going to hold the test of time because they were done as not the president, but as the fuckhead that Donald Trump doing jail time is.
He's damaged your country so much, guys. I mean, the world is actually angry. We are actually angry that the SCOTUS, your SCOTUS, has put the world in danger in the fact that what we fought against in World War I and II and other wars throughout the world, we backed you as allies because you were fighting for democracy and the
Where was
freedoms
it?
and the
France
rights
that
of the
just had an
people.
election and the extreme right party is ahead? Is that where it was? France.
See, that's this. I was leading up
First
to
time
getting.
since
I was
World War
leading up
II.
to getting to. I was leading up to get to Norway and Germany because they have made a statement. The feeling down there at the moment is that how dare America, and not saying the American people, America as a country that has fought and stood for democracy and invaded countries for the sake of democracy. How dare they now give neo-Nazis life when they haven't lived it? What needs to happen is these good liberal friggin' teachers and parents need to sit there, turning 18-year-old children before the election. They need to sit them down and say, listen, son, child, daughter, watch Schindler's List with us. Watch some of these World War II, World War One political type movies that explain to them why you should not vote for neo-Nazi Trump.
Ozzy, if it's any consolation, yesterday we sent one of those neo-Nazis to fucking prison.
Yes, and I was rapt to see
And he got a
Democrats
bath.
out the front of the jail. Did you see them being hounded? Marjorie Taylor Greene couldn't get a word in. They were being hounded by the decent people of America. You
I
know?
hope that keeps up. Let's
One go-
welcome
Yeah,
Mitch into the
good.
room. Mitch
Hey.
Goldstein, how you doing, bub?
Hey, it's
Hello,
not
Mitch.
just me, but
Oh,
I am
Julie?
here.
Huh?
Hello, Julie.
You know what I think?
What?
Honestly, I look
I like
out
what
the
you think.
window. I see the spruce trees in the backyard and the green grass and the sunset and the sky and the clouds. We're gonna have
And
to
I
learn.
think to myself,
Yeah, we're gonna have to learn how to deal with this without freaking out.
Yes, thank you.
And I can tell you that back in 1980-ish time frame when I first started my political interest, and we elected the first in the great line of scumbags, Ronald Reagan, that when you analyzed what he was setting up in the background, and you realized that what he was doing, the coalition that he built, the unholy alliance of the ultra right wing and the
and God.
evangelical right wing,
And God. Yep,
has now borne fruit. It took
that's true.
40 years for it to happen, and it's probably going to take 40 years to unravel, if not more. And we got to learn to live with how things are. And I remember, John, we said, look, we got to elect Al Gore. We must elect Al Gore.
Had to.
All of these justices are retiring. We failed. We got to elect, we got to
It went
elect
to the
Hillary
Supreme
Clinton.
Court.
Not my favorite choice.
Yeah.
Those two choices, Bush and Trump, are the fuel that's burning down the country, because we allowed them to come into the country to put those justices on that we did not put up a bigger fuss about. Mitch McConnell is beyond. I don't know how we allowed
When he
that.
was withholding Supreme Court justices.
Correct.
Merrick Garland being one of them.
I'm not.
I think I would have rather.
I don't want to talk about Merrick Garland.
Yeah,
today.
me neither.
The conversation's not going to go so well. And maybe he would have been as shitty a Supreme Court justice as he is an attorney general, because he is the least aggressive. Poor choice. He was chosen
Taking a snail's
as
pace
a fuck
at this.
Hear me out. He was chosen as a fuck you to the Republicans. He was not chosen because he was the best person for the job. And that was a huge tactical error.
He was
on the
appointed
part of Biden.
because they blocked him from Supreme Court. So they made him Attorney General. And he's done a lot of good things. I'm not going to badmouth him.
Yes, but he's not.
In the
he's
case
not
of Donald
aggressive
Trump,
enough.
no.
He's not aggressive
He's not.
enough. Period.
No, he
No
waited so
Democrat
long
is
to file the
aggressive enough.
first goddamn indictments, And here we are backed up against an election. And now, right now, the way things are going, he's not going to see any justice before the election. They're going to leave everything hanging on, because it's going to be so close as well. We don't want to disrupt the election with putting out any, it's going to get to that point.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit, too.
It is. But right now, the little bit of TV that I saw was involving the congressman, Democratic congressman, is calling for Joe Biden to step down. Now, I don't know how
His
far
name
that's going
is
to go.
Lloyd Doggett, and
Thank
he
you.
is from Texas.
Yeah, I
He's
don't want to
from
be
Austin,
reminded of that every
Texas
time. Can't you
area.
just let me say I can't remember? Because I don't want
Sorry,
to.
John, not gonna let you remember because everybody
Oh
needs to
man,
know
you
what
can
his
throw
name
it,
is.
dart at Texas, and you're going to hit some congressman or freaking state senator that, yeah, that's the state I live in. Anyway, where was I?
I don't know.
Well, I live in Florida. If you want to hear some real complaints,
No shit.
we
I'm
just
sitting
got
over
our
here complaining.
we just
John's
got
in
our
Florida.
car insurance.
You're the only thing
Pardon
that gives
me?
me hope.
Huh.
I keep
I was
thinking,
in
well,
a
we're
we
not
got
as
hit
dumb
by
as
a
Florida.
tornado. We got hit by a tornado a month or two ago, and we got hit. And our street, our 4 houses completely destroyed. Nobody, there's tarps everywhere. Nobody's heard from their insurance companies. Nothing, we got our car insurance bill doubled,
Oh
doubled.
man.
And, and here's the city. My wife's actually on a call right now because we're looking at the local candidates because our local government is so freaking corrupt.
Well, John, right
And
now I'm
we're
a
in a
little concerned
Democratic.
because my insurance company came out just the other day, and wanted to take pictures of all my house, everything. I got a picture here, this angle, every angle you got. Took pictures, said adios. Yeah. Why does that make me concerned?
Well,
Because insurance
we
companies are
we
pulling
don't,
out
we
all
don't
over, all
have
All
across
over the place.
America.
Yeah.
we don't have home insurance anymore.
Nope.
We
Well,
just
there's a
can't
lot of
afford
a
it.
lot of insurance companies are pulling out of places that are impacted, not only by hurricanes. That's a big one, because shit that covers a wide area. But
Yeah.
it's
Well, they shouldn't allow
Fires,
people. They shouldn't allow people
tornadoes.
to build right up onto the ocean. It just should not be allowed. And if they do, they have to insure themselves. And that's the way it should be.
well, yeah. If you live on
Maybe the insurance,
if you live in
maybe
any area that's prone, even me, I'm a good. I don't know if I had to drive all the way out to Padre Island on the beach, I'd probably about a 40-mile run, 50, probably 55. All right. Anyway, somewhere around 50 miles for me to get from my house to that beach. Now, when you're talking about a hurricane, especially with a river in my backyard, yeah, that's not that far.
Yeah.
And so I won't get a tidal surge unless it comes up that river, which could happen. If it pushed up, it'll wash water up in that river and flood the area. But
maybe the insurance companies don't want to be at risk. I don't know.
I think it's more of a
Potential
matter as, there's a storm
civil
out there, go out and take
civil.
pictures so we can point to
No,
everything
no,
that's wrong with it, so we ain't going to pay for that. It's a matter of deduction.
no. It's a civil danger. Look, it's a danger of civil violence. If everything goes south in November and there's rioting and there's damage and there's done, I mean, the insurance company's going to have a hell of a time, aren't they? Or is there no insurance under? Is there no insurance under active war?
Yeah,
Is
since
there?
I'm on the list, maybe they want to. Yeah, I don't know. We have enough to worry about in this. Right now I'm very concerned about that hurricane that's out there because I'm going to watch it every damn time there's an update on it. I want to see any tiniest little twitch it makes. I want to know about it because
Did
I
you
only
see
have
that
5 days.
Midas Touch just released a video? Remember I said a few weeks ago that Judge Cannon is getting advice from the SCOTUS on how to ruin this trial? Well, Midas Touch reporting today that it's been exposed that Cannon has been in touch with SCOTUS and they have been talking about this trial. So that's why she's so clever at delaying
as far as
and
I'm
making the trial.
concerned, the Supreme Court is in the pocket of Donald Trump. They are going to do whatever it takes to allow him either the time to become president again so he can make it all go away. If he gets elected again, well, shit, he's had everything. Just fire everybody.
Well, Trump's just a foolish front man for like the Heritage Foundation
There you go.
and all these gigantic billionaires, that park their ass in this country, made their families go back. They made their fortunes off of our backs and shows zero gratitude for it. They don't give one shit
Well,
about the regular folks of this country.
John,
And bought
they
it.
need one
They
thing.
bought
They
the
need a
government.
workforce that is poor, hungry, and needing a job. That's what
Yeah,
they
and
want.
stupid.
And stupid helps.
And-
Because
Yeah.
that's that they can manage that. They can cheat them over. They don't have to treat them well. They can underpay them. There's so many things that controls. We just have to not fall into that. Hey, let me catch up real quick because Tom O'Malley came in with a $5 donation and said, "Thanks, Blue Dot, for your patriotism." Tom, mine's no different than yours, brother. We're both standing up, and we have to, because that's I preach that one little thing because it pisses me off. Because these guys down the street, they think they're patriotic because they wave a flag, because they play some song, put a bumper sticker on their truck. That's
Please
not
remember one
patriotism,
thing,
man.
though. Remember one
What?
thing.
What?
Back in the 1920s, remember in the 1920s, America went through this before. Very similar to this. Remember the neo-Nazi party in the 1920s? America used to hold big rallies.
Yeah.
Now, that was a threat to America. That was a big threat because those rallies were big. They were held in Madison Square Gardens and they were packed. And they had the full, like Hitler did, the full stone columns and, the music in the background and all that stuff like the evangelical. It was the full what Trump is doing now. So you've been through it before. And how did you deal with it
We've
then?
been.
We elected FDR.
They elected, who was it? That came along to save the day. The new plan, the New Deal.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Thank you.
Roosevelt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, with the New Deal, which started a work program, which started putting people back to work, which did a whole lot of things. Opened up investments for people to own homes. And that was all what nowadays would be considered by the Republican Party is just,
Socialism.
yeah,
Well,
socialism.
they've been
yeah.
trying to undo. They've been trying to undo those policies.
Yes.
There's been a plan. The right has had a plan and methodically gone through it, step by step for generations. And Democrats, we're just, hey, we're kind of like the whatever people, but there's so many different ideas and things underneath this tent.
But look what the
now it's
whatever
time
people
for
did.
everybody to forget about that and think about only a couple of things: saving the country's democracy and making sure Donald Trump does not get anywhere near
Anywhere
the
near
White
this
House.
house. Because we see his rhetoric already. You think these old stories about military tribunals are a joke? Oh no, I bet his little teeny tiny pecker is getting really hard with those words. He would love to. He would love to put Joe Biden in prison. And Obama, and I told Marsha earlier today,
You know what he loves more than everything else? He loves seeing
attention.
Democrats fight amongst themselves about this shit. That's what he loves more than everything else. And I really think the Democrats need to get their shit together. You're either going to back the best president that we've ever had, the PACT Act, the infrastructure bill, health care for 40 million Americans,
And just
student loans.
There's a list.
Decent human being.
Yeah, it starts right there, being a decent human being.
A human person who
he's not a
cares and has
corrupt
compassion
mobster.
about other people. Or we get a shiesty, fraud, pussy-grabbing motherfucker in the White House who hates everybody that ain't lily fucking white and wants to throw the rest of the world in fucking prison. That's what you're going to get. Turn on Joe Biden now. You're going to get that asshole in the White House. Because if you ditch Biden now while he's doing a great job, he's the incumbent.
For this party, if they try to switch.
And John, I have to say this, and please don't interrupt me. The thing that pisses me most about this conversation about getting rid of Joe Biden is overlooking the fact that the next one in line is Kamala Harris, and they refuse to bring her name up. That shit pisses me off.
Well, now that's funny because just today, right before I came on here, I was watching on the news about that just same scenario. What if Joe Biden hangs out, steps out, Kamala Harris steps up? Guess what? Every fucking poll says that Kamala Harris beats Trump's ass by big time. She draws the women's vote. So if for any reason Joe Biden steps out, there is no other Congress.
First of all,
let me
Joe
finish.
Biden does not. He's not going to step out. He's not going to step down. He's not that kind of a person. He wouldn't give up on America like that.
His family won't let him do it.
So far, and he ain't going to do it now just because people are calling for him to go the fuck away. He's too old. I'd rather have his old, honest, dead ass in that White House than that fucker Trump any day.
Well, you know, I posted in the chat about a week ago. It's called Confessions of a Republican, 1964. It's only 3 minutes long, guys. I'll post it again. I know that a lot of people don't look at the videos, but this is so about today in America. What this gentleman, a Republican, warns America about in 1964. So today I will repost it, but it explains a lot. But this guy basically describes what Trump is before even Trump was. And how the Republican Party's been playing this for decades. They've been planning this takeover of America for decades, not just since Trump come along. Trump has been the useful fool.
The Project
it's like this
2025 just got that name because of the year we're in now, and it has been a project of the Heritage Foundation for years. They were just waiting on the right freaking idiot they could sell it to, and guess what? They got one.
Yep.
They got
We'll guarantee to make you president if you do this. Of course. I mean, I've still got videos here of Trump saying, being interviewed back in the 80s, and he's saying to Howard Stern, I identify as a Democrat. Well, what the fuck happened? This guy was just bought. I mean, everyone buys each other in the Republican Party. Everyone and everything is for sale in the Republican Party. It's all got for sale signs on it. And they bought the biggest purchase, guys, before the Dems did. They bought the Supreme Court. And unfortunately, they have ultimate power. It seems to be more power than the president, in my opinion.
All right, there you go.
Well, they're working on changing that. Aren't they?
Thank you, Tom Reinhold. He said, John, they are a team, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So no stepping down. If something happens to Joe, she is their go-to. You got your ass. And that's what I was pointing out. The polls showed it. If anything happens and Joe does step down, and he's getting a lot of pressure to do so, I am not for that. I want Joe to continue on the way he is. So it's a mute discussion. We're talking about what ifs. If he backed down, the only option is Kamala Harris. There is no other governor or state rep that's going to step in and try to build their momentum. It's Kamala Harris. And the polls that were just being showed a little while ago show her across even the Fox poll that she beats Trump in the polls. Because for a lot of people, half this country, if not more, women's issues are on the ballot. Or have been on the ballot all across since Roe v. Wade, since the Dobbs decision. So women are going to be a powerful voting bloc. And Kamala Harris draws that bloc. So if anything happens, the only option is Kamala Harris, and I'm all behind that if that happens. But I'm not there. I think Joe is still the commander-in-chief because he could still do the job, as it was pointed out earlier in this. This is not Joe Biden just sitting there having under pressure with a light saying, make the decision, Joe. No, he has a whole cabinet around him, and they have done magnificent things. I am happy where this country is going. I want to see it go in the same direction some more. And the one that can do that is Joe Biden. So until Joe Biden decides that he doesn't want to run, just like Johnson did, oh no shit, just like Johnson did, when Johnson decided, is that mine? Yes. Oh, you're gonna wave this right in front of my house. I mean, no, you can't leave with it now. Fuck no. No. I'm asking if you want. Just like Johnson did, when Johnson said he would not accept nor would he seek the presidency of the United States and we got McCarthy as our man. Thank you, Travis. Not only-
And what happened then?
It's
And what
food.
happened then, John?
And then Tricky Dicky Nixon was elected. And we
Thank
all know
you.
we all
And the
know
same
that's
thing
exactly
will
what I'm
happen now.
saying. That's exactly why I brought it up. That's what happened the last time this party decided in the last months of the damn election to say, oh, well, we're going to switch the party. We're going to switch it around. We lose. We do that. We're opening this shit up to Trump. I don't want that to happen. I want Joe to stay in the race. I think I've seen him out there. I want to see the next debate. I want to hope he's better at the next debate. I don't know. But I am not going to let his bad debate that he had the other day, and can't be described as anything but that. You know, on that note, I'm on a rant anyway. I did listen to a story about people who listened to the debate in foreign languages, meaning it had to be translated for them. Guess who won that fucking debate? Joe Biden did. In every one of them. Because they weren't listening to a bunch of bullshit. They were listening to the actual words and no other. Joe won that debate. But if you ask in America who won that debate, well, Trump stomped him. Why? Because he was dominant through the race and he had information. He was pulling all of it out of his ass. And Jake Tapper and Dana Bush didn't do shit to stop him. Anyway,
Fox.
I'm going to eat this French fry.
I mean, that was a disgrace on CNN. CNN
It was.
just exposed themselves as well as because they said that in their defence on one interview they were doing with someone. I can't think of her name. It was a lady, but they said in their defence, "Oh, you know, we couldn't fact check everything on the spot because time factors." And the lady come back and said,
Some of them don't take no time.
But you knew what he was saying when he was saying it was a lie because he's been saying it for years. You could have called him out because it's a proven lie, but you let him go. Well, time factors, you know, I showed you that CNN, I think they knew SCOTUS was going to give Trump immunity and they don't want to be in Trump's target sites if Trump gets back in that White House, because he's going to destroy MSNBC in some way, shape, or form, and all those.
Hey,
you know,
But
just wanted to jump in. We're checking out. It's dinner time for us. Stay strong,
too.
everybody. Glad to hear you're well, John. And
Good night,
we'll
Nick.
catch up with you guys real soon. Good night, everybody.
Mitch, Julie, we
Good
love you.
night.
Thank you.
Night.
Take care of yourself.
Ciao.
Have a good
Can I-
dinner.
Can I make a small point on that thing
What?
with,
Go ahead.
Biden stepping down? The only person who will be able to use his campaign funds are
Yes.
Kamala Harris.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
And we need
That's
those
true.
funds.
That's
We
true.
got to keep those funds intact.
So all this bullshit that you're hearing from certain governors or other Democratic leaders thinking they're going to toss their hat in the ring, no. That's the worst thing. It's stupidity at its highest.
That's like starting at point zero with nothing.
0, yeah, and you're going to run the last 4 months and think you're going to win. That's stupidity.
Not
The
gonna
only,
happen.
I am all in on Joe Biden because I love the way he's taking this country. If Joe Biden makes a personal decision to back out, the only answer is Kamala Harris, and I'm all behind that. She's a smart woman. That's how she got to where she is.
oh, she is. She
She
is.
is an extremely smart woman, and would make a fine president, I think.
I agree with that.
You know,
100%.
do you know it's something else that SCOTUS done that you are aware of or not aware of? Well, in these latest batch of decisions that have been coming up with the last few days, they destroyed the Chevron Act. Now, the Chevron Act, if you're not aware, was an act whereas if corporations and companies that want to, say, drill a hole and dig for oil in a certain area, whether it be a protected forestry or protected sanctuary somewhere, or whether a company wants to market something which is not quite what it is and it could be dangerous. Well, this Chevron Act made it illegal for them to go ahead and get a license to drill, dig, or whatever, or sell until it was proven that people are safe from these actions, and the planet is safe from their actions. And they had a act there that said that scientists would basically
That's the
be
one
the
they threw out the other
advisors.
day.
Yes. So
Yeah.
basically now,
fuck the
companies can say, I want to drill for oil there. I don't care if it's a sanctuary. I just want the fucking drilled oil. Oh, I don't care if it's putting someone in danger. Let's market it and let's sell this. This is giving corporations free reign to use you as guinea pigs and destroy the country.
Welcome to the,
And they're hitting
the
the nail
Republican
on the
Party.
head because
But
is
see, what
the
makes me angry is MAGA doesn't know this. 90% of the MAGA nuts out in that concrete footpath going, Trump is great. They don't know none of this shit.
No,
And that's the
because it's
problem.
not about it. To them, it's just the attitude. Forgive me. It's their attitude. Their bravado. Fuck Trump. I mean, fuck you. I'm voting for Trump. Yeah, Trump's my man. All that shit. They have,
it's a show.
I don't want to.
It's like his rallies are like little crappy rock and roll concerts, you know.
Yeah, it's like the 1800s where they used to have the snake oil salesman come on the wagon train and sell whatever, you know.
I recently read a sign. Pay attention. I cannot quote it verbatim yet, but I will. I saw a sign, and it says, well, something to the effect of, you can, as somebody who's stupid, you can teach them. And then there's another line that I haven't quite got yet. But the last line says, but you have no hope against somebody who is willfully ignorant. All right, those are the key words in this whole little sign. I will eventually get the whole of it as I drive up and down the street some more times. I got to get that center line. But this person
sign,
put up a sign talking about, you can fix stupid. No, you can't. We tried that. But as I read the sign and I'm thinking about the person that put that sign there, I'm thinking, you freaking moron. Read the sign again and then take a look at the rest of the shit on your fence. All right? You are supporting a lying, draft-dodging, convicted sexual predator, a man with 34 felony counts, a man that says he wants to be a dictator, who has advertised that he wants to have military tribunals, televised, of course, and all of this shit that you keep hearing, and you're still voting for him? You talk about somebody who's willfully ignorant. Well, that would be the guy that hung the sign in support of Donald Trump. The irony is just wasn't lost on me. This is the guy got Trump shit. He's a big Trumper, but boy, just loves Trump. And we see everything about Trump. It's the king with his new clothes on. You see right now.
John.
What?
I just need to ask you, did you get that last super chat that came in?
No, let me catch up, because I was distracted by food. Of which I have not ate today. That's why he brought it. Kay Allen came in with a $10 donation and said insurance is, that's 17 minutes ago. Kay, I'm sorry. Came in with $10 donation and said insurance is just like taxes and death anymore. Yep, you're not getting out of either one of them. You got a mortgage? Oh, you got to have insurance. And boy, howdy shit's that going to cost your ass. Ed Beatty Jr. came in with a $5 donation and said, we cannot let Trump and MAGA win, nor let Biden step down. I do believe Kamala Harris could make president. I do too. Ed, thank you very much. I do too. I think she'd make a fine president. But she's not the president now. Joe Biden is. And until Joe Biden decides to make a decision on this issue, then I'm 100% behind Joe Biden, because I think he can do another 4 years. And by the way, Clay Hall just came in with $10 and said, been thinking of you and the family, John. I have been on a short hiatus, back now, and motherfucking Trump. And motherfucking Trump. Clay, thank you very much, brother. Yes, my son knew I... God damn, it's 7 o'clock our time and breakfast.
Hey, John.
Yes.
You can always call it early, you know.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm good.
The homeless being targeted also is another nasty thing as well. I mean, making homeless people
There you
subject to
go.
being arrested. You know who benefits from that? Well, someone said that on the last show, which was my first thought when this law came out, or SCOTUS done whatever they did to make this happen. I thought to myself, well, who's going to profit from this? It's going to cost America more to keep a person in jail every 24 hours than it would be to say allow an area to say, look, there's an area in this part of the state that you homeless can go to. It's not too far from here or too far, but it's not making the streets look untidy. Come to some sort of arrangement which would be a lot cheaper and a lot more humane than locking them up. Now, who's going to benefit from this? The people who own the private jails. All those corporations have got shares in private jails.
Sure.
That's where
They'll
that
make
goes.
money.
Not to
Just the
it's
mere
not going
thought.
to
Are
the
you shitting
government
me? The mere
coffers.
thought of ticketing people who are homeless. You know, what are you going to do? Charge them a fine? They ain't got no money. What
That's
what
right.
is the, what is the purpose of that shit? I don't understand sometimes.
They're not criminals. They're not criminals.
No.
They're people that have made bad decisions financially and or have come across hard times through no fault of their own. It happens to any of us throughout our
Happens to
whole
a lot of people.
lifestyle, our whole life. We have all fallen on hard times. Some and we have recovered. Some can't recover or don't because they have no family. A lot of these people don't have family to fall back on because they're just with mum and dad and the child. Mum and dad are now dead. And mum and dad were just Mr. Average American citizens that rented a home. This kid didn't have the same opportunity like the Trumpers of the world, or like the Barron Trumps.
The opportunity
No,
for home
this is
ownership
wrong.
in this country has dropped significantly.
And, well, worldwide, John, worldwide. Because the banks are making a
Unregulated
fucking fortune.
capitalism.
Yeah, the banks
Lordy.
are knocking out the park. And let me tell you this. If
What?
these bastards running around the street saying, the MAGA morons saying, well, I had more money when I was under Trump. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Why do you think these corporations are making mega profits right now? Because you're buying their shit and you can afford to.
Well,
Their
and they're
prices
doubling
are
their
high because
prices.
they are into
They're calling it
greedflation.
inflation. Yeah.
It's greedflation, yes.
Oh.
And,
Sure.
don't tell me you can't live because you've got freaking $300 or $400 worth of MAGA gear hanging off your head,
Yeah,
and your
no
back
shit.
and your...
Well, that's where the
don't
right
give me that.
wing. You're absolutely right by tying the right wing into the money grab that's going on right now. And these assholes really think that they're gonna. Let's just say they understand what's going on with the climate, and they think that they're gonna survive it because
No.
they got more money. That's
No,
how
they just have
stupid they
money to
are.
be able to move to someplace else until it gets bad there. You know,
Yeah.
move to
Whatever. It's gonna
yeah.
it's getting bad everywhere.
It's gonna
My
go
daughter's
bad.
up
What
in
do they
Denali.
think? What do they think is going to happen when their golden child tells them he's going to, put a import tax on everything?
Yep.
That's a tax on American people. And if you think
Tariffs.
prices are bad now,
Yeah,
tariffs. Thank you, Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a tariff on imported goods is a
which is
tax on
charged
the
to you.
American people. Yes.
It'll make
Yeah.
the price of everything
It'll-
go up.
It's like
But,
trickle-down economics. It trickles down to the cash register.
Yeah.
it don't even trickle down, okay? Because it
It's
never
just
gets
wealthy
down that
people
far.
standing up on their buildings pissing on us is what
Yeah.
trickle down is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they do that
yeah.
all the time. I got Colin Allred up there for a few minutes because I'm desperately seeking contributions to that man so I can get rid of Ted Cruz. So, I'll let
You
them
know,
there
he's
just
a good-looking guy, that guy.
Yes.
He's a very good-looking guy.
He's smart
You know,
too.
he looks intelligent, But
He's
people like him are going to have to stay away from tall buildings and windows. Because if Trump gets back in there, guys,
Oh,
you're going
yeah.
to find politicians falling out of windows.
Trump is not getting back in. And
No,
I'm
well,
just going to say that
pray to
every time
God.
somebody says, if Trump gets back in, Trump is not going to get back in because I have faith in the American people are going to do
I
the
think
right
so.
Over it.
again on YouTube.
I am wonderful.
Yes. We are.
The flag over here in the corner that says LOL Trump lost. I can't wait to stick that on my truck and drive down my street again. And as a matter of fact, I might get some red paint out there and ride right under it again. So I'm looking forward to that.
You
Do
know,
I have
you're
that kind of
voting-
confidence in this country? Yes, I do. Because the more we hear stories like what we talk about here, like him having military tribunals televised, we all know where that kind of talk comes from. That is
It's not
your
public
dictators
executions.
for life, your Vladimir Putin's, your fucking Kim Jong Un, and that's his friends. That's who he wants to emulate. So yes, he wants to be president for life. And every time he walks into a building, he wants everybody in there to stop tall and start clapping. That's what he
John,
wants.
how big is that ego for him to have to know that he can televise these things and say, look, world, I'm the best and these people attack me and I'm getting them back. That's all ego, mate. That's ego. That's his biggest weapon
is his
it's
ego.
worse than ego.
And he used it during this debate. He pushed every fucking lie he could. He wasn't challenged on it. Hell, he should have said I was the first one to step on the moon. Because that's where he was going with everything, just saying things, just pulling shit out of his ass.
He can't be second on anything. He's the best golfer and he won tournaments in golf,
Well, we
which was
already heard the
all
debate the other day.
bullshit.
He's a great golfer.
He was the best president. He had the best this. He had the best. It's always the best. And what fucking peeves me even more is when he makes these statements that he had the best economy and the best this and that. No one ever says to him, where you get the information from?
Lies. It doesn't matter.
Who's told you this?
He gets it from the inside of his.
Probably 25% of their goddamn base are drug addicts.
Yes, I mean, even
Meth heads and shit, you know.
one of his producers
Don
was,
Jr.
is a
Probably the
regular.
biggest one.
One of his producers is a
buffering.
regular
Man.
on Midas Touch, and he said that during The Apprentice, Trump was snorting every break. He was snorting, chopping lines. Him and Don Jr. Adderall and all sorts of shit. This guy's been around for a while. He's not a liar, and he said Trump is still doing it now because he's still got connections through there. So, you know, when Trump said he wants Biden drug tested, that was more projection. That was just, he wanted to make sure that is out the way.
Everything that man says is they're trying to project whatever Donnie is doing. He actively tries to project it now onto Joe Biden or the Democratic Party. It's been a standard MO of his for years, but now he's really stepping it up. He did it during the debate, and I'm trying to remember exactly the words that he did it with when he was talking about some shit. Well, he's got ads out that Biden is a threat to democracy. Why? Because Trump is an actual threat to democracy. So he tries to turn it around. Can't keep those things lit.
That's right.
Trump is the number one threat to democracy.
He is the biggest threat to democracy in this thing that we call the United States of America that we have seen since the Civil War. This is testing whether this nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. Isn't that what Lincoln said? Yes, it was. Can we long endure? It is up to us. Lincoln spoke it right. We are engaged in a great battle. Go ahead.
These Americans must really feel like half of you. I mean, I'm not going to say the right, the left wing or the Democrats. I'm going to say a lot of Americans must be really ashamed of the way the country is presenting itself to the world at the moment and the way that they are conducting themselves on a world stage. Because it is embarrassing for America, a big, powerful country, being pushed around by a fucking snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of anything, Dave. And here's the reason why. Many people have lived and died for this country. Unfortunately,
they have.
It works the way that it fucking works because it is a republic democracy. Okay. We have to abide by.
All you have to do is remember your pledge of allegiance.
Hang on. We have to abide by the laws because we want it to be a nation of rule of laws. If we don't
Lawfulness.
abide by the laws, then he gets away with it. We're not going to
Yep.
let him get away with it. It's only a short matter of time. And he may be riding high right now, but Ichabod is going to fly to the fucking sun and burn his ass up. Okay? Watch.
Republicans have to
Well, now that we
face
got that
facts
settled.
and say themselves, this is the true Republicans out there, not the MAGA nutters, but the true Republicans out there that think, oh, I've got to vote Republican and vote for fucking Trump, you know, but I don't really. Don't.
Look,
Because you're voting, if you vote now for Biden, what happens, Republicans, is that you can rebuild your party. Trump goes away basically, not completely, but he loses
No, it's
all
going to
these
take a little
maps.
time.
And you can
It ta-
rebuild
it-
your
This
party.
is not going to be over with this election. We're gonna have an election. Joe Biden's going to be elected by the people, and then Donnie's going to come out there screaming about how it was rigged, stolen, all that other shit. He's going to try to get his little.
doing it. It's not he's going to come out. He's already doing it. He's been doing it.
This
He's
is
doing it now.
He's
going
doing
on
the
since
same
the beginning
shit
of our country.
He's been doing.
It's, our country just like bathes in the blood of each other. It's what's been going on. This is the Civil War never stopped. Are you kidding me?
That's right. That's right. He wants you divided. He wants you to be divided. He wants you to be divided. He
Yes,
doesn't give
yes.
a shit. If,
And his bullshit
That's right.
is all distracted.
His
And
whole-
as long as we're sitting up here talking about the fucking distraction, we ain't paying attention to what's going on with the man behind the curtain. Okay? We didn't pay attention to the Supreme Court for a long fucking time. But,
Right.
but understand something. Elections have consequences.
Oh.
And the Supreme Court that we have now is the result of putting an actor in the White House.
a neo-Nazi.
Starting with Ronald Reagan.
Well, you know, there is neo-Nazis in America, but I couldn't believe
He
there's this
wasn't a
many
neo-Nazi
neo-Nazis.
then. He was just a fucking reality TV actor. And not even a really good one. But everybody
Well, he was the
loves
best.
seeing
He's been a
Trump.
He was
con
the best
man
president.
all his
He
fucking
was the
life.
best.
Everything he's ever
He was
done is a
on
con, and he's
TV.
running a fucking con on the United States. That's how come he's running. Because he's good at a
Been
con.
running.
Trump steaks, Trump University,
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. Trump water. It's the
Yes.
greatest shit you ever spent. He's good at selling that to stupid people. So, yes,
Yep.
the stupid people are going to vote for him. But
Yep.
there's not enough
Thank
stupid
God
people.
they're not the majority in America. That point. Thank God they're not the majority.
Yes, yes,
That's what I
very
just
true.
said.
That's why I
Anyway.
think.
Smart women against Trump.
No, you should
Yes.
hashtag SWAT. That's what
Hashtag
you say.
SWAT.
Hashtag SWAT.
Let me thank Peppersall, who came in with a $20 donation and said, we have to stop the wolves at the door. We indeed do. That's our job nowadays. Michael K.Y. Johnson came in with $2 and said, I donated $16 today to Biden. Fuck Trump, fuck the GOP, and vote blue 2024. That's what KY said. And Jeanette Dahl came in with 50 Denmark krones and said the U.S. problems go back to World War II. It has never cleaned up. The U.S. was infiltrated by Nazis back then. And they are still here. Thank you, Jeanette. And Rain Love came in with a $10 donation. Thank you. Thank you all for that.
John, there's
And
people, a couple
and-
of people down with their hands up. I'm sorry, man.
no, that's all right. And Shaking Me Bones came in with a donation and said, I am with Biden and Harris 100%. I absolutely love this Blue Dot family. Vote for democracy and vote blue. Now, I've had a couple conversations with her. She's a fantastic person who just loves this Blue Dot family. She loves what this represents, this chat right here. She's in there. She won't. She give her time. I'm going to try to edge her in here sometime. She's got a great voice. I love her. She'll say "fuck you" if she thinks you deserve it. But
She's gonna have to give me some coin if she does.
hey,
No, only if she says fuck Trump. Not
oh
fuck
fuck!
you.
Oh,
but
she says "fuck
Trump.
Trump" plenty. plenty. She hates the man. She hates him.
Right. Okay, you've copyrighted that. Have you burned it?
Nay, them words are trademarked.
Trademark. Fuck Trump. No, she's
Yeah,
a
a couple of
fantastic
people downstairs with a hand up, John.
Do they? Well, damn.
We also
Dave,
need to
doing.
do credits, John.
Huh?
We need to do credits.
Do we already? Hold on,
Yep.
let me get everybody up here that wants to run up here. There's Philly C and Craig Hansen. Philly C, how are you doing?
What's up, Big John? How you doing?
I'm hanging in there every day like a hair in a biscuit, like Andy Pagudo would say.
This is a little nerve-wracking for me because I've never spoken on a podcast.
Well, welcome to the show.
Welcome, brother. Your voice here is welcome as anybody else's voice.
So a question, in terms of trying to write something so that you can see when someone is trying to post or communicate, you know, how do you do that?
Depends on where you are.
Okay, 'cause I'm on
Where are you
Discord,
trying to
so
write?
there's no way to write anything or
Oh, you
comment.
need to get in the
Oh,
blue room.
pray tell you. Well, it depends on where
You
you
have
go.
to go over to the blue room, and then you'll write
if
under
you want to
main
write
discussion
here
or any other.
to the Blue Dot
channel.
family,
Uh-huh.
I don't know how you found the live room.
You cannot
but-
write over here.
Yeah, you
on
can't
the
write
okay,
here.
okay. Okay,
But
I got you. Okay.
Well,
Listen,
everybody here, everybody here after the show, we go to a place called the Blue Room, and
Okay.
and it is a private room where we can all enter. You know, we could have one person in there or 50, and we have several different rooms in case conversations break up. And but there are also a vast area of places where you can post everything. If you do art, you can do. There's an artist alley. Bernadette, you want to?
When you're over here on the show,
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to pop over to the blue room and post, and you can do that while you're on the show here. You
Okay.
can make posts over in the blue room. You
Yeah,
can't
just come
post
over to the blue
here on
room. Come over to
live
the blue
show.
room after the show and burn it and explain to you in
Yep,
the blue
you'll
room.
see.
Okay.
Yep.
You think you can find
okay.
the blue room? No.
I hope
Pretty
so.
easy. You found us in here. I'm pretty sure
Yes,
you'll be able to
sir.
find the blue. It's the after party. That's where all the good shit happens. I'm telling you. That's where that
Welcome
all
to the
goes
show.
on.
So
But
so
there
you
is a
guys are
lot
talking.
going on.
Yeah, so you guys were talking about the debates and stuff, and I got to be honest with you, that debate was not even a debate, and for him to just go unchecked and say the things that he was saying and be allowed to comment or just lie like he's been lying, he shouldn't debate. He should never debate if they're not going to do any
If they're
fact
not going
checking.
to, and that doesn't take a bunch of a journalistic skill. If it's an obvious lie, they should call it out as that's an untrue statement at the very least. What you said is just an untrue statement. Don't just let him sit there and shovel shit out of his mouth and then just turn to Joe
On
and go,
national
well, what?
TV for the whole
Yeah,
country.
on that,
I mean,
yes, because he's might as
you know,
well be
where's
holding
the-
a
where's the
campaign
journal-
ad there.
Where's the journalistic responsibility of
Exactly.
You didn't see
Of
journalism
journalism.
that night.
No, you
did
did
not
not.
see
You didn't.
journalism that night.
You saw
Yeah.
entertainment that
Attack on
night.
Biden.
Jake Tapper and Dana Bash were all too happy to sit there and let all that, because that gives them all sorts of shit to talk about later. At a news show, we'll sit there, well, did you hear all that? And then they'll discuss all this bullshit. But in the moment, no, they just let that fly right into his supporters' ears like it was gospel. Anyway, let me catch up real
Garbage.
quick. I got to catch up. Piper Saul came in with a $20 donation and said, we have to stop the wolves. Did I do that? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yes, I did. John's got to catch up here with his clicker. Click, 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 click. Rain Love came back in with another $5 donation. That's for it. Thank you, Rain Love. I appreciate it. I hadn't clicked off all my things. Anyway,
Hey, John.
John's had a hell of a day,
Craig.
baby. A hell of a day.
John Craig here for a minute. In 1968,
Yes.
wasn't it Richard Nixon versus Hubert Humphrey? Because I
It was
heard
McCarthy.
you saying McCarthy.
McCarthy.
I thought it was Hubert.
And McCarthy got there. That's what I started with this evening. Philly. When President Johnson came on TV, And he spoke
Right.
to the nation standing there, and he said, I will not seek nor will I accept the nomination of my party to be president of the United States. He did that, and in that moment, the Democratic Party was left in the situation that everybody's clamoring to do right now. Oh, let's get rid of Joe. No, let's don't do that. Because McCarthy stepped in, the second most popular Democrat at the time, and guess what? Richard Nixon stomped his ass. And guess what? Therein starts the dawn of John's fucking political
Okay,
life.
because I thought it was Hubert Humphrey who ran against Richard Nixon in 1968 after the convention.
In
I didn't think
58,
it was
we're
McCarthy.
talking about 68.
Right,
we're talking about
correct.
68.
I thought it was Humphrey versus Nixon in the 68 election. I didn't
Somebody
think
check
it was
that,
McCarthy.
please. I thought it was
check.
McCarthy.
I'm sorry,
Or-
I wasn't listening to the question. I was reading chat.
What was the question,
I
John?
thought it was Hubert Horatio Humphrey versus Richard Millsap Nixon.
What
in
year was it?
1968.
68?
1968.
68, yeah. Where did I get McCarthy stuck in my head for?
McCarthy was an anti-war candidate. I mean,
Yes.
he did well, but
Yes, he was
I
an
thought the
anti-war
candidate- I thought
candidate,
the
wanted to get out of Vietnam. Nixon got
I
in, and
thought the
guess what?
candidate-
Went
I thought it
on
was
for a
Humphrey
lot
versus
longer.
Nixon.
I keep
I thought it
getting
was
Buckley Vidal, but that's a different debate.
The story,
You know, based on
regardless
the-
of the name,
based on
regardless of the name, you could put Humphrey in there, McCarthy, whatever that story is, whatever version is true. The
Must have
result
been-
was the same. That Johnson backed out. Democrats put in a
Right.
last moment candidate, and Richard Nixon got elected. And the
Correct.
Vietnam war went on a lot longer, and we all know how Richard Tricky Dick Nixon ended. You know,
Correct.
You know, Nixon's
Ford had to
innocent based
pardon
on
him.
SCOTUS's decision, John.
Okay,
Huh?
excuse me. Excuse
Nixon
me.
is innocent based on SCOTUS's decision.
who?
Excuse me.
Nixon.
It
Oh, under SCOTUS says yes. Go ahead,
Bernadette wants
Bernadette.
to talk.
Go ahead.
Richard Nixon defeated the Democratic nominee, Hubert Humphreys.
Hubert Humphrey.
in
I'm
the,
sorry, I apologize. For some reason, I had
68
McCarthy stuck in
debate.
my head. It was Hubert Humphrey that came in after Johnson said no. So, and look where that got us. And
Correct.
again,
And when Johnson
we
stepped
stayed
down
in Vietnam.
and McCarthy did come in after after Johnson, McCarthy lost that race.
Well, wait a minute. That's what I said, right? After Johnson, McCarthy stepped in, right?
Well, remember we had an assassination
Right.
happen that
Yes.
probably would have been a winner.
Yes.
Oh Lord, don't put me under the
Kennedy
spotlight
was
right now and make
assassinated.
me go down memory lane and try to question everything because
Well,
I
we
have
won't
business to
make you do
do.
that.
Joseph Martinez came in with a $5 donation and said that was not journalism, that was corporate sellouts. Indeed, indeed. I was disappointed in so many things in the debate, but one of them was the fact that Jake Tapper and Dana Bash did a piss poor freaking job, a piss poor job.
Crappy questions.
But
Crappy journalism right
you
there.
know the whole debating started when Nixon and Kennedy had a debate, and it was the first televised live debate, and
Indeed.
all the debates have been televised ever since. So it's a political tool, but what we need to remember is that the office of the White House is not run like a debate is run. You don't
Right.
get to answer
No,
questions.
no.
You have to make a decision within 2 minutes like that. It is not. The debate has literally no effect on who's going to be president of the United States. And how do I know this? Because Harry Lichtman, the man who has predicted the last 9 out of 10 presidential elections correctly, said so. And the man is on his data. Okay? He is on and about his data. And the debates have had no effect. Barack Obama lost his debate.
Right?
Okay. So
That is
Hillary
correct.
Clinton
No.
won all 3 of her debates. Hillary Clinton won all 3 of her debates,
Outstanding.
and she lost the
And
presidency.
she lost the presidency.
You know, you
Because
got to
of
remember one
bullshit.
thing
Get
as
over
well.
this fucking debate bullshit. Okay,
Right.
get
Remember
over
this.
it.
Remember this. He was standing there in front of a man that was spewing lie after lie after lie, horrendous lies, and he was like a deer in the headlights. And he was looking to those reporters, those moderators, to pull
To say
Trump
something.
up. Yes, he got Biden
To
was
challenge him on what he
Because
just
there's
said.
so much he could reply to. He couldn't answer any questions because he needed to address the fucking lies. But he couldn't.
No,
He was
I
in
had
a
a
deer in the
shit.
head. As I said, the day of the show, the day of the debate, I said he's not going to be the same Biden we seen 4 or 5 years ago in a debate. He's going to be a bit slower, but he's still a wise man.
I'm good
He's
with
America's
slow.
grandpa.
I'm good
You
with
know,
slow,
he's
Joe.
America's
Take your
grandpa.
time, buddy. Take your time.
No, give
I'm
me a
ready.
break,
I'm
guys. I
ready.
mean, you got to
What-
vote for
what-
democracy and your rights against neo-Nazi fucking corporations.
I think Peter summed it up
What-
just plenty for me right now. Peter came in with a $50 donation. Peter, thank you very much. And said President Biden has stepped up to the task of fixing Trump's mess for all Americans. We must stand with Biden all the way, no matter what, to save our democracy. I don't think it could be put any plainer than that right now. Joe Biden stepped up to save this democracy from the last idiot. The last idiot. And now the Supreme Court's determined he's the only idiot that we've had as president that needs presidential immunity bullshit. You go down this road, baby, it's a sad
because
state that
literally
we end up with.
he's the only criminal we've had as a president.
Ever. Convicted criminal. Joseph Martinez came in with $5 and said, more civil rights on a chopping block. It's 1964, signed by Lyndon B. Johnson. They're trying to get rid of the Despair Act. Vote Democrat. Joseph, that's the start. They're going to try to march back everything that civil rights has gained. Everything that we fought for when we were teenagers. Remember that shit? Marching in the street, long hair, smoking pot, and all that crap? And the war. We did all that. Then we went to work. Then we had houses with mortgages and kids and all sorts of shit that you had to pay for. And you go ahead.
We just have to relax and calm the fuck down and stick to our game plan, which is to elect President Biden, the best president that has ever hit this country. He's done more for this country
sorry, I thought
than
that's what I was just saying.
anybody.
I was just saying just that.
And we gotta we just gotta stay focused. They are 100% behind a convicted criminal, rapist, frauder, whatever the fuck you want to
And
call
they are
him.
proud
They're
of it.
100% behind it.
They are
They'll
proud
put
of
him
it.
in the White House in a
That
heartbeat.
tells you they have
Are we
no
gonna do
respect
the
for this
same?
country, for democracy,
Exactly.
for anything. They just want him for spite. This is not a political debate. This is more of an
Exactly.
emotional fight against idiots, against morons, against people who are willfully ignorant. I love the sign that he put up, because if you turn around and read it, you're the one with the stupid idiot ideas. You're the one backing the liar. You're the one that's willing to accept all the bullshit that Donald Trump is and has proven to be. If you ignore all of that, yes, you are willfully ignorant. And I want to say that very plainly, because in case Butt Boy is watching, because that's his new sign.
Well, we
He's
don't give a
he
shit
put
about
a sign up
Butt
there
Boy.
saying
Yeah.
John's willfully
Okay?
ignorant
I
because
don't-
I'm voting
I
for
don't
Biden.
care.
That's right. Fuck boy.
You
Fuck
know what?
Boy.
Butt
Nothing
Boy.
to
It
do with
doesn't
us.
matter what he thinks.
No.
We're voting
I just
for
love it that he's
Biden,
willing to
and
spend
hell,
money to buy signs to hang up on his fence
John,
point at me.
Not gonna have this conversation tonight. If you're gonna continue, I will say goodnight and we can finish the show. Okay?
Good night.
Leave Butt Boy alone, John. Just
We need to
stay
finish this
focused.
show anyways.
Stay focused, John. Stay
That was my
focused.
fun for the night. Because I was
Stay
going to say,
focused.
I'm getting me a sign. I'm going to put a sign in my fucking yard for the first time.
Guess
You know what
what,
it's going to
John?
say?
Guess
You know what
what?
it's going to say?
Guess what? What?
LOL. That's all.
Okay.
You finished
That's-
now?
All it
I'm
needs to
done.
say.
Thank you for allowing me to finish that thought. Appreciate the fuck out of that. Yeah, I'm going to get a sign. It's just
Okay.
going to say LOL. Because
Put
I
the
find
pin
it
back
funny.
in, Bernadette.
Anyway, it is time to wrap up the show. It's been a lively show. I appreciate every one of you coming in and lending your time, your wisdom, and your thoughts into this show. This is a table. We sit around this table just like if it was at your kitchen table and all of us are sitting there looking at you like, why didn't you bring the beer? Anyway, we'll get by that.
Is that all you brought?
Yeah,
One
is that
beer?
all you brought? Really? Did you see how many of them is here? We're all around this table. In every voice. Now, I know that the chat doesn't nearly get the attention it deserves because there is so much going on in that chat that it just amazes me. If I
Gotta
get
be
lucky,
kidding
I
with
get to
that,
back
right?
up and... Huh?
The chat gets a lot of attention. We got
A
3
lot.
moderators and a blue dot greeter, and everybody speaks to everybody in the chat. And we kick trolls. With the chat gets a lot of attention.
There was some swatting tonight, let me tell you.
Was there some swatting tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. We love that swatting. Good. I'm glad. You got time for their bullshit. Yeah. No, there is so much that goes on within this Blue Dot family, and it is much more than just this discussion. Personal friendships have been made. There's all throughout
People
this
got
family.
married. People got
People have
married,
gotten
mate.
married in this show.
Mm-hmm.
The romance continues with Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton. Indeed. And by the way, the steaks were great. Outstanding. Did I say outstanding? They were just melt in your mouth. Outstanding. Hey, Keith Thompson came in with a $5 donation and said, Trump owns lamestream media. He is our faces every day as an accepted crook. That's all he is. Anytime you see him on TV, just think felony. That's it. He's a crook. Always has been, always will be. But now he wants to rob us. Anyway, we're going to break it up for the night. Craig, thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We'll come back next
Have a
time.
good
We'll be here.
evening.
All right. And Philly C. Thank you. We appreciate you coming in. Remember how you got here now.
Yes, I remember how. I mean, I'm new to Discord, so I'm trying to figure out, how to maneuver and stuff. And so I don't know if you guys can send me an invite from the Blue Room.
Billy, I already did.
You did.
See there
I did.
how that works?
Right on. Okay.
We're a
so
family here,
now I
buddy.
gotta find it.
Yeah, that's my problem. I know you sent it to me. Where just hold on, let me go outside to my mailbox, see if it's there.
When you get to the blue room, there's a category that's a tutorial for how to use. It's Discord for Blue Dots. Find that. It will show you how to move around in Discord.
Move around within the room.
With
'Cause
pictures.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
But I think it's pretty well laid out that once you get to the blue room and see how that's laid out, you'll be able to scroll down there and see all the different rooms and places where you can write articles about certain subjects and stuff.
There's stuff to look at, whereas the live
Lots of
room there's
stuff.
nothing to look at.
Yeah, nothing
It's
here
funny.
to look
I
at but us.
don't remember how I got here, but I wound up, going to where I'm at now. So.
Well, we want to make sure you get back.
And that was through Facebook. You said something on Facebook, and then I followed what you said, and it brought me here.
Well,
Yay.
outstanding.
So
It worked.
Outstanding. Well, whatever I said worked. There you go. Well, it shouldn't be hard to navigate from here to the blue room, because right after we end the show here, that's where everybody here is going to be going, and then we all get cut loose. So we want
Sounds
to make
good.
sure you join the party. Anyway, again, Phil, thank you for coming in, buddy.
I've got a bail. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say good night, and it was nice hearing from everyone again, and see you soon.
I was going to save you for last, John, because I really wanted to thank you for coming into the room. And again, thank you for allowing
I'll be
me
back.
and this Blue Dot family to enjoy your music the way I do. Because
Yes.
I
Thank you
I
all
love
so
your
much.
music. It speaks to
I really
me.
do appreciate that. Yeah, it's-
And again, y'all can find a link to John's music. Bernadette puts it up at the start of every show, where you can find a link to Bandcamp where John has his music. And I advise you, because there's a lot more than just what I'm playing. A lot more. And I think you would highly enjoy his music.
That's
I do.
not even that's not even the tip of the iceberg.
Not the
really.
tip of the iceberg. This was something special
Y'all go
that John
check
did.
him out. I just put the link in the chat.
There you
go.
go.
And click on that and go over there and check him out. You could download his music. You could buy his music. If you
Yeah,
like
all
it that
this
much,
stuff,
a
all
couple
these songs
dollars his way.
all these
That's it.
songs were demos, and I was trying to sell my tunes. So they're not like so slick. You know, there's mistakes and timing errors and shit like that. Probably the average Joe probably can't
put
hear it, but
yourself
I
down.
hear it
It's good
constantly.
music. It's
I love
political
it.
music. It's got a message to it, and it's about what the Blue Dots are all about. Go check him
Yeah.
out. Links
Yeah.
in the chat.
Check out a little bit of Mystic Gumbo. We're all in that gumbo,
Yes.
That's a
baby.
good one.
I love
All
it.
right,
Well, John,
I'll see you
take
all
care of
soon.
yourself.
I will be back soon.
Thanks,
I
John.
hope so, John. Take care of yourself. And I am trying to arrange that meeting between me, you, and Badass so we can get our picture taken. I want that picture. I want that picture. 3 old bikers
Okay,
that
man.
fuck with us. We'll fuck with you. Go ahead, brother. I love you. Take care of yourself. All right. And Ozzy,
That's me.
always a pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure. Thank
That's
you for
good.
coming in.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
we
good.
always
Let's
enjoy
hope
it.
we're let's hope that in the in November. What is it? November the 5th is the
November
election day?
5th.
Yep.
That's
November
the day.
5th. Let's hope we're all together on November 5th celebrating. I'm sure we
There you
will
go.
be. We'll have champagne, and I still feel that there's more
I
good
want to get
Americans
that
out there
flag
than there is
on the
bad.
back of my truck. I want to put
No.
that flag on the back of my truck. Truck
You're
lost,
gonna,
LOL.
John. You're making trouble for yourself, mate. Why would you do that? Especially where you got that neighbour. Why would you make trouble for yourself? Don't do it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm
You'll
gonna
get
do it.
vandalised.
Did I
It's
tell
your
you I got a
funeral.
new security system too? We're putting that up this week too.
No.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting ready,
Take
brother.
pictures.
I'm expecting that kind of shit. I really am. This has gotten on and it's getting nastier.
Only if Trump loses.
So
If Trump loses,
I got
if
trouble.
Trump loses, the fight
When
starts.
Trump
Yeah.
loses,
Yeah. The minute
Yeah,
Joe
when
Biden
Trump
wins,
loses,
I'm their closest
fight will
target. I know
start.
that. But
good night, John.
good night, Ozzy. Take care of yourself, and again, come back anytime you get a shot. Enjoy your day over there,
Okay.
brother. Yours just starting.
Yep. Yeah, it
There you
is.
go. And Mr. Chick.
Yes, John.
Oh, what a show. We're
I
way
know.
over. I know.
It's way over, so I'm gonna make it short. Other
Okay.
than one little piece of good news today.
We need good news.
Well, we all love Rachel Maddow, right?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tony Kushner and Steve Spielberg and Danny Long are all collaborating, and they are going to be working on bringing some of the first season of Ultra to the screen.
Oh. Well, that ought to be exciting.
It will be.
Yes. Outstanding. We can look forward to that.
It is
Rachel Maddow
outstanding.
does. I like that lady.
In the meantime, we
know
had
about
some
her show
people.
tonight.
Pardon?
Her show tonight. She's doing a in-depth interview with the one and the only Stormy Daniels.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Wow. Might have to turn that in.
That would probably actually be really good. Yeah.
Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Who
In the
shared this
meantime,
shit?
we had some people that shared this shit.
Who shared this shit? Who dared share this
Dummy.
shit? They got guts.
Deborah Melcar Marler. She's got a double name. From Tennessee. Marty Zuno Sr. from California. And Lyle, damn it. I think he's
Lyle,
from
damn it.
Oregon. Well, it's a picture of a dog, so.
Well, there you go.
But Lyle. Roger Middleton from, I think, Nevada, and Bob Case from New Jersey. And then we had Luciano Aguilian, maybe from Wisconsin. And he is really giving MAGAs a run for their money, I'm telling you.
Outstanding.
Yeah, he
Good.
don't put up with no shit.
Outstanding. Well, we appreciate everybody who shares this shit. If you're sharing this shit, that means you're involved. You're concerned about this country. That's what that means. So share this shit. Be concerned. We have a
Like,
fight
share, and
going on.
subscribe.
That's it. Easiest thing you can do. Don't cost a dime. Buttons are right down there below you.
And we have gone up in subscribers again, John.
We have.
Couple
we
hundred
have
again.
Couple hundred more since last show.
Yep.
Yes,
Blue Dot.
we are going up. We're rapidly expanding. This Blue Dot family grows every time we do a show. There is somebody new coming into this family, and we want to make them welcome. We want to make this their home, baby. I'm not competing against anybody else. I want everybody to know that. I recommend you go see everybody. Texas Paul, Blue Dot, Brandon.
Midas
guy,
Touch.
Midas Touch. Anywhere you can get information, go get it. Go get it. And then come back to the table here and discuss it with us, because we'd love to have you. Anyway, Miss Chick, thank you for everything you do. I know you do so much, baby.
You're welcome, John.
I think this family really appreciates that. And Bernie.
Yes, John.
Hey, baby. It was a good night, wasn't it? Fired up, ready to go. Isn't that what he said? And
Yes.
we are. We are.
Fired up, ready to go.
Thank you so much for everything you do, darling. Holding the
welcome.
threads together. I appreciate that.
Trying to.
Mine
We
are
got
getting
4 more
torn, baby.
months.
It's all,
We're going
I
to
know
get
it.
through this.
We will.
We're going to save our democracy again, because our democracy needs to be saved. We can't stop until it's done. There's
And
no
we're the
giving
only
up.
ones
There's no
that can do it.
no changing horses in the middle of the stream. We ain't doing none of that shit. We're going to ride with this until we roll the wheels off this bitch, okay?
That's it. That's it. So get ready. And on the last note, I want to
Get
thank
ready.
Rain Love again, who came
Gonna
in
get
with another
bumpy.
$5 donation right before we go out
Thank
the
you,
door.
Rain Love.
Rain Love, thank you
Right
very
on.
much, and thank you to all those names going by on that Patreon list, those that donate a la carte
Absolutely.
here on the show. You really are the only reason I can stay on the air. It's how I pay the bills and everything else I do in my life nowadays. And if it wasn't for the help of this Blue Dot family, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you so much for your support, your love that you've shown, the happy pills, the scream that I put on my back today that made my back feel so much better,
Right
and
on.
the stories I'm going to read in the bathroom.
The little Lewis Blacks.
A little. Oh, I love my Lewis Black. What an ending! Perfect.
There you go.
Are you fucking shitting me? Anyway, I love you all for being here. I thank you for being a part of this Blue Dot family. We will be back here Thursday night for another Blue Dot family meeting. So until then, find that little thing in life that makes you
Thursday,
smile, and when it does,
John,
pass that shit along. Huh?
Thursday is a holiday, do know. Thursday is the 4th of July.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, John's got nothing to do.
There's
I'll
that.
probably be here.
All right.
John might.
Maybe. I guess.
Okay.
Unless you hear different, I'll be here.
Y'all celebrate the 4th of July. My Independence Day already passed, June 19th. Thank you very much. And
Thank you very
I'm
much.
sticking with it. Okay.
Yeah, if I go outside to celebrate, there's going to be a lot of. Anyway, might not be a good thing for John to do.
Do you have fireworks?
Yeah, I'll be on
Do you have
fire duty
fireworks
that
in your
night.
street, John?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh shit, are you shitting
There
me?
we
They
go.
wait till 3 o'clock in the morning, come sit them out right in front of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
boy.
a video of them doing that.
So
shit.
I will be on fire
Wasn't even the
duty
4th then.
on
That was just
4th of
typical
July.
day.
And yeah.
That's the only thing that bothers me is it's going to be after the 4th. Anytime after the 4th of July and after New Year's, I know they're stocked up with their
It's crazy.
fireworks, and they save them up for different times of the year to
Y'all be safe out
wake
there.
me up in the middle
Have
of the
a
night.
safe holiday.
Indeed.
And, you know,
Don't burn your fingers.
don't
And
let the
remember what it's
maggots
for, baby.
set your hair on fire.
Remember
Breathe.
what
Yes,
this
We got
holiday
a long way to
is.
go.
It's our Independence
Exactly.
Day, our founding, the basic premise of what this country was founded upon. Keep that in mind, because it's under assault right now. Anyway, we'll be back, or not, Thursday, probably. And until then, put a smile on your face and all that shit. I love you so much for being a part of this. Y'all take care of yourself. Y'all say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We will see you later.